All right, guys. So we're pretty much wrapping up this unit. So I'm going to go over with you what the assessment is going to be, and how the essay is built. To go over the scoring rubric and some of the documents, and then take you into the graphic organizer. Just kind of go over with you how that's built in preparation for writing this essay. So here we go. So as we've been working towards all unit, we're really focused on Athens and Sparta and their differences essentially. And, so we have a historical context here. So you guys know how the tasks are built. This looks strikingly similar to the last one that we worked on, and that's for a reason. So you have the historical context, kind of sets the tone for the essay, sets kind of the scene here. The city-states of Athens and Sparta were two of the most prominent polis in all of ancient Greece. Although these city-states are located near each other, they developed very different cultures and focus their lives on the development of different values within their societies. So they're very different, these places, right? So essentially, you could read through this. It's attached. Using attached documents, course materials, and your own knowledge, write an essay, several body paragraphs, kind of outlining the major differences between Athens and Sparta. In your essay, be sure to, and here's our bullet points, right? Discuss the important features and values of Athenian society, Athens, and discuss the important features and values of Spartan society, Sparta. So we have to use 4 documents that's indicated here. Develop all aspects, clear and logical organization, include analysis and outside information. Here's your scoring rubric, built very similarly to the way the last one was. In fact, it's identical. So this is kind of what I'd like to stick with, so you guys have some kind of expectation about how each of these essays is going to be scored, and you can kind of really, sharpen your skills based on a good kind of understanding of one rubric. So this is what we're going to use here. You can read that over at your leisure, and then documents, right? So the task mentioned that we have to use 4 documents in our writing. There are 6 documents here in the packet. So first one is just kind of about citizenship in Athens. Then we have a famous quote from Sparta. 3 is a quote from Socrates, so one of the philosophers. 4, a map of Athens and Sparta. 5 is some information comparing Athenian democracy to American democracy. And then document 6 is a document about women in Sparta. So we have these 6 documents we need to use 4. So obviously to begin, you guys are going to answer the short answer questions for each document. There's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There's 2 questions each. So you guys can start there. So you begin starting with the short answer questions as always. And once you're done with that, I'm just going to kind of get into the graphic organizer here. We're going to talk about kind of what the expectations are here. So this one is built a little bit differently from the last graphic organizer that we used. In this one, what I did was I put the introduction and the conclusion kind of right next to each other. And the reason for that is because essentially, they're very similar paragraphs. There's a lot of kind of redundancy. So there's bullet points here in the margins to try to kind of guide your thinking and guide you through the completion of each section. So just pay attention to them. We know we begin intros by restating the historical context, and preview the rest of the essay in general. Conclusion is generally kind of a restatement or rewording the intro. And then you want to take it kind of above and beyond, right? So discuss the impact or importance for our society, or, bring something else new that you haven't discussed yet, a new piece of analysis or something like that. Tell me why we should care about this particular topic. And then the body paragraph section is here. So you have 1 body paragraph for Athens, 1 body paragraph for Sparta. It seemed to me it makes sense to do, if we need 4 documents, use 2 documents for each body paragraph. So there's space here for that. There's space here for outside information. It says to use AIM 4.9 classwork. So just the other day, we did AIM 4.9, which was that graphic organizer, where we really had Athens and Sparta kind of right next to each other. And we could examine the general differences in their geography, kind of what they focus on in their societies, the systems of government and the roles of women in both places, right? So that graphic organizer that we used the other day is going to come in super handy here, okay? So when we're looking at what are all the different things that you should be discussing in your essay, that graphic organizer named 4.9 is going to be kind of a go-to document. Basically, you should use that as a checklist and make sure that you discuss each of those aspects in each body paragraph. And you need to include all those aspects through either the use of document evidence or including them through the use of outside information. And in addition, we also want to always have analysis throughout. So there's space for analysis in each of the body paragraphs, and we also have the analysis sentence starters on the top here. So your task for today for the asynchronous assignment is going to be get started. We have 2 class periods, so one of the class periods should be dedicated to the short answer questions in the document packet here. So it is expected that these short answers are complete. And then I think the other expectation for the second class period is going to be that you guys get the intro completed here, okay, and one of the body paragraphs. It's hard to do a conclusion until you kind of do the rest of the information. So it doesn't make sense to do the intro and the conclusion together, but it does make sense to have them near each other on the graphic organizer because they are pretty similar. So for the second class period today, the expectation is that you complete the intro box here and one of the body paragraph boxes here, okay? Sections, so all of these boxes, these 4 boxes. So first class period, just to recap, should be short answers. And asynchronous assignment for the second class period should be the half of the graphic organizer. So just the intro box and the body paragraph box. I'm running office hours today, so see your classwork, see the stream page of the Google Classroom for the hours for virtual office hours and how you can access them and the link and so on and so forth. And I will be here if you need me. When we come back on Thursday, we will spend time in class kind of on the completion of this. And then I will also give you guys class time to write the draft also. So that's coming soon. So just to give you an idea of how we're kind of wrapping up here. Okay, so short answer questions, half the graphic organizer. That's your stuff for today, your asynchronous assignment. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And like I said, again, you can contact me via email or on the virtual office hours if you guys need any help, all right? I'll see you tomorrow.